I don't approve of you and Gloria, but if you honestly love her...
You know, I don't think I love her. I'm realizing that maybe I was with her just to make you jealous. It was the same thing with the monkey.
You know something, Stan? I was a little jealous.
Dorothy, it was just an old traffic cone with a monkey head.
This to anybody. It's the kind of thing that most people probably wouldn't understand.
Oh, don't worry, Dorothy. Rose Nyland can keep a secret. Do you know what the name Nyland means in Norwegian?
No.
Well, I'm not telling you.
Bringing me problems, and you are?
We are the world.
I'm Dorothy Zbornak. This is my mother, Sophia. We're here to talk to you...
Hello? No.
Our old age can play a lot of cruel jokes.
Date in 3 months, but I just don't know what to do. I adore Arnie. He's the sweetest man in the world and very special to me, and it'll be hard not to, because I like him so much, and since we're going away for the weekend, and since we already have, if I don't, then he'll think I don't like him anymore, and I do, so maybe I will, but I don't know.
On fork at dinner. I know. Tonight you said our differences don't matter, but they did before, and they will again. Blanche, knowing you has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my whole life. Remember that.
Jake.
Blanche. Goodbye, Blanche.
Dorothy, I know it sounds odd, but this is the room where Grammy and I used to have all of our heart-to-hearts. I would snuggle up in one of her homemade Afghans, and whatever problems I had in life, she would make right. And then after she died, and just like that, it stopped. Mind over matter. You can do the same thing, Rose.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on. Of course you can. You just have to think positively.
That's right. Listen, why don't you go to your room right now and start working on your speech, and then after a while you can try it out in front of me and Dorothy, okay?
Okay.
Yes, go on. Go on, Rose.
Ice cream.
My gosh, you're right. That is the best thing I have ever tasted.
Oh, this is delicious.
You two hardly sound like old friends.
Blanche is right. We should be more positive. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
The left one turned out nice.
Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose. I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen? Teach. Of course, there's a similar look that means I'm going to slash your tires. But an experienced teacher can tell the difference.
Dorothy, I'm going to a party tonight. Can I please borrow your silver earrings?
Well, of course, but why not wear the ones you usually wear with that outfit?
Would you like to feel that one, Rose? It's me, Blanche.
Oh, Blanche, you're not a terrible person. You're just horny all the time.
Rose, it's Dorothy.
Gosh, I can't talk to her, not now. Oh. Listen, I want you to think now very carefully. When you sent out those invitations, you did remember to tell everyone Sophia's really alive, didn't you?
Blanche, I'm offended. I mean, how dumb do you think I am? I made the freaking...
Maury took them to have them clean. Dorothy, I still can't believe it happened. I've never been so humiliated.
No, honey, there's no reason for you to be embarrassed. He plays tricks on everybody.
I'm talking about on my way home. My belt came loose in front of a construction site. Nobody whistled and 2 guys went home sick. Have our happiness where we can get it.
That's the same attitude that broke up Debbie and Eddie. Eddie and Liz, Liz and Dick, Martin and Louis, Rowan and Martin.
Shut up. Hello? Hello, Glenn.
hang up on that.
Well, Rose, do I look like the mayor of Palm Springs?
Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs?
Just play doctor with the hands of a peasant and the soul of a poet. Oh my God, I'm writing already. Somebody take this down.
What is she talking about?
Forget her, Dorothy. You've got to see another doctor. Raymond is not a specialist.
Yeah, but what kind of specialist do I need?
Well, just call up Dr. Raymond and ask him. He'll refer you.
You have to.
Out for 2 weeks. I mean, that's like Raymond Burr saying no gravy.
What do you think's the matter with her?
Maybe when she had that out-of-body experience, she didn't get back in all the way.
You happen to be Popeye.
Hiya, Jake. What can I do for you?
We like the best table in the house.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, this is great, thanks. And we'll have the usual.
All right.
Are you sure this is the best table in the house?
Did you get a splinter when you sat down?
No.
And this...
You can do that by yourself.
I'm aware of that, Ray. Stan didn't want to get old. No, I'd like someone to sit on the porch with, hold hands, listen to the birds, watch the grass grow.
Blanche, what kind of man are you looking for?
That's why the French were the first ones to come up with it.
Sophia, why are you so obsessed with money?
Because I want to buy a TV for my bedroom.
Ma, we have a perfectly good TV set in the living room.
Yeah, but you never let me watch what I like. And I want to make sure I don't miss that final episode of Mashup.
Andrew, you look skeptical.
Well, hello. I didn't see you standing there.
Really? I haven't been able to take my eyes off you all evening. You look great, Blanche.
Jake, the reason I came over here, I wanted to tell you I made a mistake. I was wrong. Our differences don't really... What in hell is going on here?
This is Baby, 5 times blue ribbon winner at the Minnesota State Fair. This sweet little thing was your uncle's pride and joy.
Oh, my God, that's the cutest baby I've ever seen.
Ma, it's a pig!
With her.
What specifically is it about Dorothy that is disruptive to the household?
It's nothing specific. It's her entire general attitude.
Yeah, like that time a couple of weeks ago. Was it week before last?
When we came back...
Next time I ask her, perfect.
Come in.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, hi, Rose.
You were gone. I loved you. I spent the next few years wondering what I'd done, what I'd said to make you leave me.
So that's what this is all about? Honey, you didn't do anything wrong. I had to leave that night because your mother found out about your father and me.
Rose, are you all right?
Never better. Why do you ask?
Well, maybe because yesterday you acted like a crazy person.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was a little on edge. Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Rose, what are those pills for?
The doctor...
And they're harassing me. Murderers are free, rapists are free. Put a poor widow on the floor, they try to lock up. Who'd I hurt? Me.
Now look, Rose, this is it. We have had it. No mace, no tear gas, no grenades.
No jewelry.
I won't be...
Her hair will fall out. Her heart will stop. Her eyes will burn like 1,000 red-hot suns.
Ma, why do you keep playing this game if you hate her so much?
To relax.
Or get over it.
I hope you're not too upset about not fitting in with those dreadful people today.
Those small-minded Peckerwoods aren't real Southerners. I am a...
Mom, dinner was delicious.
Oh, it certainly was. You must have spent all day in that kitchen.
Oh, no, it's a simple recipe. You just take some mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables and ground lamb and throw them all together. Where we come from, it's called shepherd's pie.
Where I come from, it's called garbage.
Most important man in my life. But as much as I cared about him, I can't help but care about you, too. You're like a sister to me, and I can't throw that away. So, I forgive you for being a moralless, emotionally needy.
Seconds, I was in love.
And he asked you out.
Yes, we're going out to dinner tonight. I cannot believe how excited I am. I mean, he's practically a stranger, and I'm crazy about him. I haven't felt this way about a man ever before.
Oh, honey, you've been hit by the thunderbolt. Love at first sight. It happened to me once.
I was so stunned, I just started wandering aimlessly through this train station when I heard a familiar voice calling, "Rose! Rose, is that really you?" It was my Uncle Johansson. He died when I was 9 years old.
Wait a minute, Ma, 3 of these people are dead.
Who are they gonna tell? Hi.
Oh, hi, Blanche.
There you go.
Blanche, you've been gone 3 hours and you only got one guy to sign this petition?
Well, give me a chance to freshen up and change clothes.
Then you shall be the queen of the festival of the dancing virgins.
Ma, what are you talking about?
Once a year, the women of my village threw a festival to recapture their virginity. It gives you a chance to say to the man in your life, "What kind of tramp do you take me for?" We had a festival of the dancing.
I tell you, that Disney World hotel was just wonderful. It had everything. Good service, delicious food, a beautiful room.
What did you think of the rides?
They got rides?
Don't worry about it. You had a good time and you never had to stand in line.
We'd like to stay and chat, but we want to get settled in our new place.
Oh, girls, I'm devastated. Just devastated.
Honey, what happened?
I asked my teacher for help like you all told me to. He said the only way I would get an A on his final is if I sleep with him.
No.
Oh, yes. I just don't know what to do.
Get it in writing.
Chip in and get Rose a CAT scan.
Rose, is there a point to your story?
Well, of course there's a point to it. Mrs. Gunderson was a really sweet woman, but she just couldn't do the job anymore.
Then it's settled. We fire Marguerite.
Oh, but couldn't we wait just a few more days?
But I know that wherever I am, you'll be right there with me. I love you, Charlie. I miss you. It's my birthday. You know the rules. I get the rose. What happens at Tuesday?
Oh, who cares, Glenn? Hey, once you're here happily ever after, it's over.
Well, Dorothy, did you get anything out of this?
Actually, I did get an idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Ma away for the weekend to a cabin in the Florida Keys.
For you to be happy, Daddy.
I wish you all the best.
Oh, I hope you two will just be so happy together.
I am going to throw you and the widow Spencer the best wedding you ever saw.
No, we don't want any fuss. We're planning on getting married in the Bahamas.
No, I will not hear of it. Hollingsworth has to get married in style.
Oh, I don't want to impose.
No, we'd love to have the wedding here. No one deserves that kind of treatment, Dr. Budd. No one. I suspect had I been a man, I might have been taken a little bit more seriously and not told to go to a hairdresser.
Look, I am not going to sit here anymore.
Shut up, Louis.
No, Dorothy.
Listen, this is not just going to go away, Rose.
I know. But I think the first step is for me to make that call.
You don't know how much you mean to us.
And I love you. I love all my children. Even Phil? Sure. But don't tell him I want to borrow money.
Hi, girls.
Oh, hi. It's more fun. It's like with Santa Claus. The best Christmas we ever had was when all 8 of my brothers and sisters, from Lily to Michael, all still believed. That must be 10 years ago now. That means yes.
Gee, Rose, if I closed my eyes, I'd swear I was in Ecuador.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay, Rose?
In the grand scheme of things, it's not so terrible to wait 38 years to make your first big mistake.
It wasn't my first mistake.
What?
Remember the chain link fence retailers convention in Atlantic City in 1957?
Oh, my God. You had an affair at the convention.
No, there was no
It's true. Possum is brain food.
You know, I had a nanny when I was a child. She was my best friend. I could tell her anything, and I'd know she'd keep it a secret. Oh, we used to spend the days running and playing in the meadow, or playing hide and seek.
I'll bet you were surprised when Rose called you up out of thin air and invited you out.
Yes, I was. I don't date very much. I mean, I try. I took a lot of good-natured ribbing before I left the boarding house this evening.
Hi, I'm ready.
Rose, this is
And I don't trust. I can't put my finger on it.
I can. He's a lech.
No, that isn't it.
Oh, yes, it is, Rose. He made a pass at me.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, that's terrible. Dorothy, you'll be heartbroken. Told me exactly what you wanted me to do a dozen times. Any idiot could have done it.
I know, honey, but you were the only one going downtown. Are you sure that you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Yes, 6 people already called while you were out. Hey, give that to me. I'll try and find it for you.
That's a good bell.
Get the door.
Shrimp? Sophia, isn't there anything we can do to convince you to stay?
On Maple.
Oh, good idea, Dorothy. Do you think it's open?
That's what all night usually means. Creamed what was left on his pants.
I say we just wait and pray it turns up, say in the next day or two. What?
Those are the exact words you used when my gold bracelet was missing.
So?
So 2 days later, you came back from the dentist saying, are these fillings or are these fillings? Astronaut, except for, well, you know, that eye thing.
I've been working for this Meals on Wheels program, Dorothy, and I need a driver, please.
All right, Ma, I'll cancel Banjo Eyes.
Don't worry. There'll be other dates, Gloria.
The Oak Ridge Boys, Rose. Our names.
Oh! Gee, I'm not sure about this. I mean, when you think about Christmas, don't you think about giving gifts?
Yes, but that's not the first thing. You know, when I think of Christmas, I think of Christmas in New York. Thank you.
Actually, I was talking about the apartment, but I'll take Wise.
I want you two to pretend you're still married and that we're all living here together.
No, I'm sorry, Sophia. I will not take part in this. The institution of marriage is sacred.
I'll give you $50.
Okay, I'll do it.
Dorothy, it's only for one afternoon. It'll break your uncle's heart if he finds out you're divorced.
Ma, forget it. We're divorced because Stanley...
Thank you, Blanche. You know, I can't believe how nice you're being to me, even though I'm suing your friend.
Well, I've always been attracted to ever so slightly younger men. Besides, just look at you. Oh, must be so frustrating for an athlete like you. Did you ever play any college ball?
Oh, hello. This is Dorothy Zbornak. I'd like to confirm my reservation on flight 505 to Orlando. Now, let's go over the arrangements I made to have...
Here, I brought you this.
Because you're sorry?
'Cause I'm thirsty and I figured you might be too.
Whatever.
They're really quite a pair, aren't they?
Excuse me?
My father and your mother.
We should blow out those candles before Mr. Hickenlooper has the entire volunteer fire brigade up here pumping water on my clean kitchen floor. I swear that man will look for any excuse to make that siren sound through his nose. Inga Lundqvist told me just this last week. I know. Shut up, Rose, and blow out your...
Ma, I have a feeling you're lying.
Be positive,
Okay, I'm positive you're lying.
This is terrible.
Trick move from your checkers by mail partner?
No, it's from the company Charlie worked for. They've gone bankrupt, and so is their...
Nice to know I have a friend like you who cares. Dorothy, I have a confession to make. Rose didn't lose Fernando. I gave him to Daisy when she was helping out with the rummage sale.
Well, then there's no problem, honey. Just call Daisy and get Fernando back. She's a very sweet...
Empty, lonely, solar-heated waterbed.
No need to say a word. I understand. Here you go, honey.
Dorothy, wait. Chrissy, there is nothing to discuss.
Oh, but Stickman. I mean, the girl flew all the way from...
A great Southern writer, carrying on the tradition of the other great Southern writers, like... all those that are so famous they need not be mentioned. Oh, girls, it's going to be so exciting. I am going to make a fortune, and I won't even have to use my...
You told me the truth about what happened.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I did. I told you so.
Honey, I'm sorry for not believing you. There's no excuse for my behavior.
There most certainly isn't.
I guess when it came down to it, I didn't believe you because I didn't...
Nice to meet you, too.
Dorothy's done nothing but talk about you for weeks. Rose. Every time she mentions your name, she practically glows. Rose. I think she's really very smitten with you. Rose. He's a priest, isn't he?
Gosh, I didn't realize how long Dorothy's solo is. I sure hope the doctor says she's gonna be all right.
The music, Rose. My pleasure meal ticket.
It was at that point that I realized his head was coming toward me.
Were his eyes open or closed?
Open! And then he landed. I thought, oh, Mr. Gordon, oh, if only Cynthia Costello would... That's L.A. law.
I wondered why Susan Day didn't have a French accent.
Girls, what am I gonna do? I got a call from a soldier who just returned from the Persian Gulf.
Don't fall for it, Blanche. Sal didn't come home from World War II till 1950.
Care about each other. We can lick any problem, big or small.
What's going on? Oh, Rose has decided to keep on seeing Jonathan.
Fine. We're all adults here. Let the man out of the pillowcase. We don't mind if he sleeps over.
Take you to a hotel. It just cheapens it. I guess we're doomed.
Let's talk inside. The thing is, I've never done this before. Bring someone home.
I understand.
Billy and I get weighed together and we divide it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nice try. You're beginning to think like a fourth grader already.
I told you it wouldn't work.
Happy, Dorothy? Thanks to you, we don't stand a chance in tomorrow's game.
John, you disgust me, and as far as I'm concerned, we're through. Oh.
Who was that?
My sister.
May I recommend the poulet Veronique?
John, I have a rule. If I can't pronounce it, I don't...
Your chins too, Dorothy.
You know, I'm still a little confused. Now, who exactly is Ricky?
Lucy's husband.
I thought Desi would...
Well, of course, they spread a newspaper on the floor for me. No, I'm kidding. You seem so amazed.
No, I'm not amazed. I just mean I think it's nice that you do that.
It's funny. I just assumed that you knew that I ate dinner.
I meant I think it's nice that you go to people's homes for dinner. How would you like to go? Miami, Miami, you got style. Blue sky, sunshine, white sand by the mile. There's ball clubs and nightclubs, all within reach. Dance the samba till morning, then lie on the beach. Each view is a post.
Show you what we have in common.
Oh, Sophia, for God's sake, speak up. Don't let her run off with the first man, and I do mean the first, that comes along.
All right. Now listen, Johnny Red.
Well, you don't love a little girl for 10 years and then just walk out of her life. Oh, face it, you didn't care.
Did you or did you not wear your very first formal, white with pink trim, to the junior prom? And did you not come home wearing a football jersey?
We'll help you next week. The point is, she practically glows every time she speaks his name. Do you think Dorothy's in love? Well, she's very definitely smitten. And with a little help from us, I think she can fire Cupid's arrow into the tushy of love. The tushy of...
Where every cottage is April in Paris.
And every bathroom, Calcutta in July.
Do you remember how I convinced you to let me back into bed?
No.
I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie. Oh.
No one can help you with that decision, Dorothy. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, I won't be around forever. I'd like to know there was someone here to love you and take care of you like you take care of me. Maybe he could give you a bigger allowance. I mean, it's nice now and then to buy something that's not generic.
There is one thing I think you should both do right away. Inform the police.
Oh, forget it!
The reason these confidence men don't get caught is because people are embarrassed to come forward and admit they were conned.
I'm sorry, Rose, I just can't.
Well, perhaps this little story might make you change your mind.
And I said, could we just get back to moving the furniture?
Well, the weather's cleared up. I really think we should save a big project like this for a rainy day.
Now, we agreed we weren't going to waste time. That'd be a big mistake, something we'd regret for the rest of our lives.
Rose, we're eating pizza, not getting tattooed.
You've won. I'm begging you, take off the curse, will you? My golf clubs are missing. My clocks are all wrong. I can't sleep. I can't eat.
You can't sit.
That too. Please take it off.
Move the tree.
You'll be out of here tomorrow.
You got a deal.
Woke up from her sedation. She told them that he said from the grave, we never paid our 78 through 86 income taxes. And his partner said only Gustav would know that he must be alive. So they all raced to the cemetery and the entire...
Maybe just this once. We'd like...
We thought we'd like to go out for French food. How does that sound to you?
They eat snails. Why pay good money for something you can scrape off your shoes?
Well, of course, if you'd rather not come, we understand.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll find something on the menu. I just enjoy being out with you guys. Come on.
Wait! Oh, damn! Neither rain nor sleet nor dark of night shall keepeth us from our appointed rounds. Amen. I can see you are a non-believer.
I think it's nice that you're trying to quote the Bible. Aunt Blanche, it was a roll in the hay, not a walk on the moon.
Oh, Ernie's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. I don't think I've been this happy with a man since Charlie. Oh. I have to get ready. We're going on a picnic today.
Oh, I don't believe this.
I'm the man.
Oh, Ma, these tickets were sent out 4 months ago. You gave them the wrong address.
Oh, yeah, here it is. My old address from Sicily. 2 miles west of Palermo, underneath the old bridge. You used to live under a bridge?
Well, Rose has the date and I don't. What are the odds of something like this happening? There's probably a better chance of getting struck by lightning in a house you won from Ed McMahon.
Blanche, I'm sure it's a fluke that nobody called you for a date.
They must have painted the men's room wall up.
Oh, that's nice, Ma.
So after I had my prescription filled, I went up to geriatrics and sang, anything you can do, I can do better. Ma, what a tough crowd. They threw Jell-O at me. If you could call that throwing. What are you reading?
This pamphlet on AIDS.
You're a little flushed to me.
I do?
Yeah, let me check your pulse. Ooh, it's racing. You know what? So is mine.
I beg your pardon?
You are a very attractive woman, Blanche.
I know.
Very attractive.
Now, wait a minute. Television? Well, I don't really watch it. I just pretend it's radio.
We don't exactly watch it either. With our crummy TV, we get 2 channels at once. For a while there, I thought Benson was having an affair with Miss Ellie.
Listen, Mom, we cannot afford a new TV.
You mean you didn't get dumped?
Well, actually, I did, by my landlord. He threw me out of my apartment, but I couldn't sleep with his best friend. He's over 80 years old and thinks he's the Archduke Ferdinand.
Why did he throw you out?
Well, the new owners of the building.
Oh, Ma, you really think so?
Of course not, but you think I'm going to tell you that? I'm your mother.
Ma, are you sure you mailed all the invitations? None of the G's through the L's?
He was a man who brought joy into the lives of all he touched.
I have the feeling he touched every behind.
Fidel Santiago lived life.
Excuse me, Father. Hold that thought.
No.
Must you do that?
She can't help it, Blanche. She has to blow her nose. Or is that a banana?
Did you hear what he just
Listen,
said?
this guy came to me. Salvador wanted to tell you, but I wouldn't let him. I cared for you both too much to let your marriage break up. And Sal felt so guilty he never gambled again. It was worth it.
Oh, that was a very lovely thing you did, Mr. Weinstock, wasn't it, Ma? Wasn't it, Ma? Crowded. If I'm lucky, I get to substitute in English class. But usually it's... No, I can't even say it.
Driver's ed.
God, how I hate putting up those damn cones!
Oh, Dorothy, come on now. You'll do just fine. I will never...
Then you shall be the queen of the festival of the Dancing Virgins.
Ma,
What are you talking about?
Once a year, the women of my village threw a festival to recapture their virginity. It gives you a chance to say to the man in your life, what kind of tramp do you take me for? We had a festival of the dancing.
Well, maybe Billy could have, but Billy couldn't play, and we all know why. I don't want to mention any names. Follow my eyes.
Okay, that's it for practice today. Everybody get a good night's sleep.
Coach Dorothy,
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Rose. Rose, do you know offhand if 911 is the right number?
Well, just a boy I knew from my village in Sicily that I was engaged to once.
What?
Well, what do you know? Sophia has a past.
That's right, but unlike yours, I didn't need penicillin to get through it.
Ma, you never told...
Soul, but you people don't. That's a beautiful thing. You also have the most gorgeous hair in the world. Even when it's humid.
Please, let Dr. Chang read.
It's okay, Mrs. Zabornak. I'm finished. You've seen some wonderful doctors, but I really can't agree with their...
What?
I'd be happy to. It's quite good. It's an interesting primitive. In fact, it makes me think of Grandma Moses.
She must have been pretty strong to do the work of a Clydesdale.
You really can't blame her, Donald. She doesn't...
Nobody'd been home.
Rose, it's not just the fire.
What do you expect me to do?
There's nothing you can do, Rose. She has to learn to do things for herself.
Honey, maybe she ought to go back to that school.
Well, you heard her. That's not for her. She's a very independent person.
No, she's not, Rose. Not till she learns to be independent. Sanitarium up north.
I'm going to enter the U.S. Senior Sports Classic, and I'm going to win.
I had no idea that you could skate that well.
Oh, when I was young, my folks had me train for the U.S. team. The day the Olympic Committee came to St. Olaf, I was so nervous.
But those are art courses. They come easier to me. I've always had a great appreciation for the arts and artists.
And carpenters and mechanics and...
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm calling about the Sinatra concert. It's what? Because you're a slut.
Oh, slut!
Don't repeat everything I say.
Don't repeat everything you say. I'm not repeating everything you say.
You just did.
I did not. Nothing you say is worth repeating.
You, Blanche, are an amoral, backstabbing, self-centered Jezebel. And I am very glad that this happened, because now I know really what kind of person you are.
No, I mean, you can't rent to more than 2 people unless you have a boarding license.
Oh, well. What the hey? Put it on my bill. What is it, another 40?
Well, the permit's $80.
Well, that's not so bad.
But the improvements you'll have to make will run you about, $10,000.
Whether or not you think so.
Dorothy, I've been acting like such a fool. I don't know what in the hell got into me.
Oh, a girl body locked together in a frenzy of love.
Who wrote that?
Merrill Kellogg.
Merrill Kellogg? Who's he?
Ask Blanche, it's her letter.
This is from that guy in prison that Blanche has been writing to.
How are you going to explain this opened letter?
I'll change.
Oh, come on, I'll help you pick out something.
There's nothing left to pick. The only thing I haven't tried on is the bedspread.
Oh, hello, Elliot. Come in.
Hello, Blanche. Dorothy ready?
Oh, I'm afraid she's going to be a little...
So your reservations to the banquet.
Oh, thanks, Pa.
She was very disappointed you all aren't coming. And I think it's because one of you won the big award.
You mean the best friend of the Friends of Good Health Award?
Yeah.
Why? What'd she say?
It wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say.
What didn't she say?
How the hell do I know? I wish you could, but my mind's made up. My baby needs me.
What about me, Ma?
You've always been able to take care of yourself. You don't need me.
All right, what about me?
You were always strong and independent even before I got here. You don't need me.
What about me?
You need the Wizard of Oz.
A man? You know, a man. No. Yes.
What about your father? You mean you never saw your father?
My father? Oh, no, my father! Oh.
I won't have to look anyone in the eye ever again.
Except maybe Mr. Pincus.
If I meet our paper... Why are you so cranky today?
I'm not cranky. I'm gassy. I had one of those Weight Watchers broccoli au gratins for lunch. Boy, that stuff's murder. I'm surprised Lynn Redgrave has a friend in the world.
I don't feel that bad.
Shut up, Ruth. Look, I never said I was going.
Well, since when do we have to say we're going? We've gone for the past 5 years. Sure, we may hate it, but we always go.
You never told me you hated it.
That's because I'm a good friend, and a good friend would never say anything like that.
I appreciate that, Blanche.
Look, why don't you
The rest of my life. It's very oily.
What about dinner tomorrow night, Dorothy? Say about 8?
Perfect. We'll go to Jack's Crab House. It's wonderful.
Well, girls, is this dress going to stop traffic or what? Oh, hello there.
With you, isn't it, Blanche? Men and sex, sex and men.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being career-oriented.
It's your overactive sex drive that got us into this mess. Who picks a hotel because of all the men in the lobby? Will you just get off my back, Nyland? Do you think...
That should take care of it.
We're all out of fresh pepper. Do you have any more?
Oh, yeah, in the pantry in the back.
Oh, boy, this chicken looks great.
Girls, Count Bessie is missing. I went out to the garage to feed her and her...
Frankly, Rose, I think you're just rushing things. But I don't know. Maybe it's better to live with Buddy than to just charge full steam ahead and marry him.
No, it isn't. This is morally wrong. It is ethically offensive. It's an out-and-out sin.
No, Blanche is talking about...
A Nestle's Crunch?
One over.
An enema bag?
To the right.
Didn't you, Grip?
Condoms, Rose! Condoms! Condoms! Condoms!
Miserable, no good lowlife. You told me your mama was having surgery.
She is.
Blanche, please let me explain. Why? So you can make up some cockamamie story about how you're just two ships that passed in the night and it'll never happen again? Save your breath. I've heard all that before.
You have?
Yes, so
Guaranteed to make me gain back that pound.
Ma, all this eating you're doing is ridiculous. Now, I am sure you are already back up to 99 pounds.
We'll see. Wrong again, Kreskin. Still 98.
98 pounds. I can't remember the last time I weighed 98. Probably.
I think you better take a sedative before you look.
Don't be silly. I look at my face all the time. How different could it be leaning over? Oh, my God! Oh, my God, Dorothy, why didn't you tell me about this before?
Only on your back, Blanche. That way every...
Gingerbread and everything, yeah. And she leaves me. What is a 6'7" American basketball player got that I don't?
Well, Angelo, speaking in terms of the gingerbread alone.
I don't want to turn around. Do any of you see a fedora in the window? I don't. Good, I lost him.
Lost him? Lost who?
This guy who keeps following me all the time. Apparently he's English. I met him down at the center. He's got the hots for me. As much as an English guy can get the hots.
You know, you told me that
I'm your favorite.
Please, what favorite? Are you kidding? I thought I was dying. Favorite? That's hot dry.
I'm not Sheila Patterson's daughter.
You can't treat me like this. I'm going to my room.
Oh, Ma! I have the strangest sense of deja vu from when I was 14, except I'm Ma and she's me.
What are you going to do about her?
Well, I've got to be Pentecost. Please, somebody stop the bleeding.
Pussycat, leave a few scraps for the other two nudniks. You never know when I might need a good neurosurgeon.
These people are not nudniks. They are brilliant, accomplished scientists, and I'm wiping the floor with them. Friends, we're here to listen. I mean, we've all spoken at one time or another about a sexual problem.
Nani?
It's not your fault, and it's not Ernie's. I mean, we've all been with a man who couldn't perform.
Not me.
Hey,
It was an accident, Pussycat. Don't worry about it.
that's it? That's all you have to say?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Ma, please yell at me. Please scream at me. Please make me feel guilty. I mean, if you don't say anything, I'll feel twice as bad.
I know, I'm not an amateur at this.
I know what you're trying to do, and it's not working.
What?
You made up something to do because you're afraid you'll be intruding on Raymond and me. You don't have to worry about that. Honey, you are more important. And that's why I'm spending the entire weekend here with you.
Geez, you're a yutz.
Cleavage or a lot of leg?
That depends on what you're going for, a chuckle or a guffaw.
Blanche, I think a conservative ensemble is in Sophia's best interest.
Oh, there'll be music?
Now, where are you going?
What are you doing?
I thought we'd walk out on our knees.
Why?
Icebreaker?
She didn't apologize, did she?
Come on now, I've had it, that's enough, come on.
Whiskey. That explains why every Sunday after services he'd stand up and yell, "I can lick any man in this church."
Oh, Pussycat. Just the person I was looking for. I have a question for you. Strictly hypothetical. Let's say...
Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Here's Santa with toys for all the good boys and girls. Ho, ho, ho! Have you all been good boys and girls?
Yeah!
Ah! Ho, ho, ho!
No, what are you doing?
Filling sandbags, Dorothy. There's a hurricane a-coming.
A-coming?
That's right.
Senior, cut the crap and put out the stogie, Rocco.
I like your style. Right suit, right haircut, voice a little higher, you could pass as Frank Nitti.
What the hell are you talking about?
Little higher, I think you got it.
You really knew Frank Nitti?
Well, sure, Frank Nitti.
I am looking and listening, and I can't help but remember that I've been in the room before when your wife called and you said you were alone. Then you were cheating on her.
With you?
Yes, but I've also been Bernice and had my husband call me, and he was always alone, too. You know, I was...
Front page.
Notice that the dagger was found to the left of the victim. A throat is almost always cut from behind.
Not part of the show, people, not part of the show. A great place to get a seafood meal.
Miami. Miami, Miami, you've got style. Blue What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, I thought you said I'm Mothra. Giant radioactive insect. Ree!
I didn't, Ma.
Too bad, it was a good impression.
Ma.
Come on, Dorothy, I'm kidding. I read that flyer you brought home.
Girls, I have some bad news. I am not going to be able to go with you.
Why not?
It's Ma. She's sick. I'm going to have to take her to the hospital.
Dorothy, well, wait a minute. She left for that cooking contest about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, she called. She had a bad cannoli when she got there. Right now, she is doubled over with cramps.
You were a child. Hey, we had comic books in Sicily. My favorite was Benito the Hood. He lived in the forest with his band of merry thugs. Benito was very popular.
You mean because he stole from the rich and gave to the poor?
I said Benito the Hood, not Benito the Idiot. He stole from everyone and kept it for himself.
Just an example.
Of course. You get 20 cases of sardines, you figure, God doesn't want me to waste good sardines. He's going to wait till I finish the 20 cases. That could take 5-6 years.
Yeah, well, why couldn't you just eat one case slowly?
Silly, isn't it?
Well, Rose, isn't that sweet? And I do love you for it, honey, but I just couldn't. I could never fit this trim little body into that big old tent of a dress they're going to have to make for you. I'm confused.
Honey, you think you're confused? Take a look at our horn section.
Monya, I caught. You remember. I ran 6 miles in the rain and the cold to bring you the cannoli you forgot to put in your lunchbox.
Ma, please.
Don't worry. I'll be all right. You all go schmooze with Bert and his Hollywood buddies. I'll just stay here and hack myself unconscious.
Well, that's being a good sport.
On this one, what happened to me at bingo tonight was no accident.
No, I didn't realize how late it was. I really should be going. Thank you all. I had a wonderful time.
It was nice meeting you.
And I'll see you on Saturday at the youth fair.
I was hoping we could have dinner before that. I have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, sure.
Dr. Elliot Clayton has bonged every female member of the country club. Can you let that happen to Dorothy? Can you let that happen to little Mei Ling? Hasn't she suffered enough?
Not as much as I have listening to that story.
Forget the story.
Rose, are you saying that you love Buzz?
I don't know, but these last few days with him have been wonderful. And when I'm with him, it feels like old times.
Hi, adorable.
Ladies, I gotta go leave the ride.
Hi, Ma. Dorothy, good. I need to talk to you. Of course. What's up? Listen, Dorothy, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just being too critical, but you know how you've been fixing me up with men? Oh! Ma! Oh, you haven't had a good... Ma, what is going on? Ever since you got that feather in the mail, you've been acting like a spy. I'm surprised you didn't check to see if someone was hiding out in the broom closet.
Broom closet, right.
This is ridiculous, Ma.
No, Dorothy, now she's right. I happen to know for a fact that at least 2 people can fit into the broom closet with room left over for a medium-sized cold cut.
Your help. Ladies, with all due respect, I think it's time you threw in the dish towel. I mean, trying to fix it yourself was cute, but I think you proved your point, and it's time to let a man take over.
I'm with Lou. Oh, get your coat. Lou is leaving.
Hey, not so hard. I look at my hands.
You're making a big mistake. The man may be... Dorothy, all that stuff I said about preparing for a burial, forget it.
Oh, Ma, you finally came to your senses.
Yes.
The chambermaid. He always had the sign on the door, maid service requested. He slept with everyone. Secretaries, school teachers, babysitters, neighbors, friends. One Easter, we gave our little boy some rabbits. They used to look at Al in amazement.
The ocean.
Oh, gosh, I haven't frolicked since, since the day I dropped my mother off at Shady Pines. Coincidentally, that was the last time I did a cartwheel. It was a good day.
Of course, we could.
Well, until I was 17.
What happened then?
Your father put his hand in my blouse. So I felt soiled, filthy, dirty. You know, in love. But this time I'm gonna fulfill my destiny.
It's not for me. It's to lure that mud out of my room.
That's okay. I'll get him off.
Boy, I do with these fucking grouch.
Oh, you couldn't sleep either, huh?
No, I guess it must be the knife in my back.
You can't keep something like this bottled up inside.
You're not alone. I have trouble confronting people.
Oh, yeah, right, Ma. Like just the other day when you made the butcher cry.
The man wouldn't trim the fat. What choice did I have?
Rose, when somebody does something wrong and it violates you, you should tell them about it.
She's
I might be responsible for the decision you're making is too much.
Dorothy, this is crazy. It's not like you pushed me toward this decision. You didn't even know I was thinking about it.
Blanche did. She saw it in your eyes.
My eyes?
Frank, you're a very special person. I knew that the moment I met you, and I realized you felt the same.
Hi, everybody. Oh, Rose, don't move, honey. She's got the teddy bear and a water pistol.
Rose, it won't sound any less ridiculous if you hear it again.
You found my teddy. Where was he?
You didn't tell her?
Tell me what?
I think the price...
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. You're eating a bowl of pasta?
No, I'm eating a bowl of Nabisco Zitios. Of course I'm eating pasta. I need to gain weight. I'm wasting away, Dorothy.
What do you mean?
I got weighed this morning. I couldn't believe what I saw. 98 pounds.
What do you usually... Try not to argue with Phil's wife.
We get along okay. Phil's wife has her good points. She's sweet, she's reliable, and when her father gets out of prison, she'll be a wealthy woman. Let's roll, Rose. I'm leaking clam sauce.
Stop me.
You do this for free.
Then be grateful. Anything happening?
Yeah, we got 3 in surgery, 2 in x-ray, and you have to deliver these on your break.
In your dreams. I'm a sunshine lady, not a teamster. Now get the hell out of here and let me do my work.
Oh,
Did I just say that?
Are the kids back from their date yet?
Our kids?
No, Rose, the Katzenjammer kids. Of course our kids.
Well, I thought we decided not to interfere in their private lives.
We did, but Blanche here decided differently.
Oh, Blanche, how could you?
Well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. It wasn't an official date. They just went to the...
You know, all these gentlemen were goof-offs, and you were a goof-off, but I managed to cut you off at the pass. I figure the pass is about the 10th grade, and that's where I belong.
Well, if that's what you really want to do, okay. Hey, listen, if there's anything I can ever do...
I'm not sure. I think it's coconut. It's white on the inside, but there's a red ring around the outside.
Oh, that's my lipstick. I don't like coconut.
No, that's disgusting. That piece of chocolate was in your mouth, and I just put it in mine.
Big deal. We took a bite out of the same piece of chocolate called C. Everett Koop.
That could be an appetizer.
Well, this is good. This is all food that would have spoiled.
I am so glad that my date with Barry is tomorrow. The fat won't have time to show.
It won't?
No, it always takes a few days before it shows.
Where does it go in the meantime?
Woman acted out with sock puppets. You were saying? In the first panel, it says Sonia Klingenhofer in big letters, and the O has pigtails.
What's in the second panel, Rose?
Sonia's walking down this country road, and there's...
Your bed. You hurt yourself looking for them. They ask you what those spots on your hands are. They tell you they love you, and then just before total exhaustion sets in, they go home and become their mother's problems.
What about the good things, like Mother's Day?
Escape from It's a Small World.
Come, my darling daughter. Mother has made you your favorite breakfast.
Lasagna in meat sauce?
Doesn't it look delicious? And think, for just $5.95, the recipe can be yours.
Hold it! Stop! I've had a very rough day. The only scalper I could find had funny things moving in his hair. And he wanted to bargain in a dark alley.
So what seats did you get?
I didn't get any tickets. I didn't think it was exactly safe.
I can't believe you were such a baby. In Sicily, we did all our bargaining in dark alleys. How do you think I ended up with your father?
It's true. Charlie was the only lover I ever had, and my first time was on our wedding night.
Get out of here.
Oh, back off, Blanche. Not all of us are classified by the Navy as a friendly port.
Just not around anybody in uniform.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true.
It's going around.
Cranky. Would it be ever anything else?
Try Blanche.
Oh, come on, girl. Now let's put on a happy face. We'll get better much faster. My cousin Dennis was a perfect example of that. When he was 16 years old, he caught his sideburns in the hay baler.
They love, they hate, they eat. They dream, they hope, they eat. Every time you turn around, they eat.
Sophia, are those four women us?
Look in the mirror, blubberbutt. The point I'm trying to make is, what's going on here is living. Just because you...
But I'm telling you, Dorothy, this is going to ruin your life.
Well, Dorothy, I'm worried about you.
Please, don't you start. I had a problem 15 years ago. That's a long time. I've learned a little something since then. A lot has happened, and I've lived with the temptations. Here.
Well, it's just that we did so many restaurant sketches on the Carol Burnett Show. I was waxing sentimental.
Oh, by the way, I'd like you to meet my mother, Sophia, Blanche, and this is Rose.
Yes, it's me, Lyle Wagoner.
Look, the Jersey Shore, summer 1939.
Pop sure loved playing with you kids. Why do I look so upset?
Oh, Ma, don't you remember? Pop was a big fan of Jean Harlow's back then. You hated it when he made sand breasts in front of the children.
लोकप्रिय आमदार मनन दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान लोकप्रिय आमदार मनन दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान आमचे लोकप्रिय नेते अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण आमचे लोकप्रिय नेते अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण मनन हायलय मोठा असा दयाळू आमचा नेता शिवपाड प्रेम करते अहो त्यांच्यावर ही जनता अहो मनन हायलय मोठा असा दयाळू आमचा नेता शिवपाड प्रेम करते अहो त्यांच्यावर ही जनता कलाकाराचा गुणवानाचा सदा करी सन्मान कलाकाराचा गुणवानाचा सदा करी सन्मान लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण बघा आमचे अरविंद अण्णा लय वकीलदार अहो गरिबाचा हवाली तो खरा आहे दानशूर साऱ्या नेत्यामध्ये बघा आमचे अरविंद अण्णा लय वकीलदार लोक कल्याणासाठी रात्रन दिवस वाहे सदा जीवन लोक कल्याणासाठी रात्रन दिवस वाहे सदा जीवन लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण पाटलाने बघ कस त्यांच्या कार्याला हो चांगलं अंतकरणातून बघा त्यानं नेता आपला मान राम पाटलाने बघ कस त्यांच्या कार्याला हो चांगलं अंतकरणातून बघा त्यानं नेता आपला मान ना झाला कधी ना होणार असा आमदारी कोण ना झाला कधी ना होणार असा आमदारी कोण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमदार मनन दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान लोकप्रिय आमदार मनन दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा